there is a lot of hatred of the British and the French for being a colonizer. And the word colony and colonizing is totally different. Colony means just immigrants. Those guys, they went there to live, and they escaped from oppression and poverty and starvation from Europe. They moved to South Africa and Australia for different reasons. Australia for different reasons. They moved to Canada and North America. But the rest of areas, they were not colonized. They were robbed because there's no colony. There is no white man in the rest of Africa except for South Africa. Half of Africa was colonized by the French and the rest by the British. But those areas you cannot find any white man. So that means that they were not colonized, they're just robbed. So they were thieves, or that's what it seems. But it was not so. Because in the past, everything was up for grabs. All of us were gatherers. We are not even hunters. We didn't have ability to hunt, we just gather things. Because hunting is dangerous and takes lots of effort. And so the black man gathered their own things that were interested, and the white man later come to Africa and gathered their own things. And Africa was still in the period of the gathering, and there was no nations to be robbed. And the stuff that they took, they had no owners. And how can you pay the owner when there is no owner and everything's up for grabs? They said, okay, you want timber, there's plenty of wood, and just help yourself. That was the situation in Africa. And even to this day, there is no nations outside West. It's a subject for another video. Let's say they want to pay. Okay, the British come and said, we want to buy iron ore, and but you want to pay the locals. And ask the locals how much you value this product, and they say we don't value it because to us it's just rocks. And no matter how you explain them what's the purpose of it, they cannot use it, and therefore for them it's just rocks and no value. And the second reason it has no value, because for any product to be valuable, you have to get it to the market. Let's say you have tons of gold, but you cannot get it to market, and they have only gold, and will starve to death, and you will give it up for a loaf of bread. And that's its value. And only the Europeans have ships to get it to the market, so even they would ask for a price, they had no value. And the atrocities that committed, such as King Leopold of Belgium in Congo, he massacred, does have nothing to do with the gathering. You can gather peacefully when the place living in the time of gathering.